It's been a while since I did an episode by episode, so a quick run through of what that is. So recently, the new season of Rick and Morty came out, season 5, and what I do is every time I watch it, I give a first impressions. So episode by episode, what you're about to see was all uploaded on my second channel the day that I watched it, so that may not be the day it came out, that episode. So it's just basically a first impressions of what I thought of the episode and a quick little review, not like my whole thoughts about it. So I'm just going to show you all 10. Well, I think there's 8 of them because some of them I did in multiple episodes. So all like 8 of those. And then at the very end of this video, you're going to see my full thoughts on the season as a whole. So if you wanted like individual episode reviews, that's not what's going on here. You're getting basically a first impressions of what I initially thought of the episode. At the end, I'm doing a whole season review, and I'll go into little bits about what I liked about each episode, but that's about it. No time to waste. Let's just hop into episode 1.
This is my first impression review, whatever, of season 5, episode 1. Very entertaining episode. It was super fun to watch. How Morty was kind of the main part of it. That was fun to watch. The Narnia not time travel, but like time working stuff. It was fun to watch the generations go through. The stuff with, Nimbus? With Nimbus. That was also... It was interesting. It's one of those where it's obviously not supposed to be intriguing. It's just supposed to be funny, and it did its job. It was very funny. It was. I don't know what they're gonna do, if like this is actually setting up plot with Jessica, or if it's just, hey, this is just a funny bit we're doing. But no, it was really fun to watch Morty go. It was just fun. It was just fun to watch. This is what happens when you do episode by episodes on more episodic shows. I don't know. Season 1, episode 1. It was fun to watch. It was a top tier Rick and Morty episode. Like, that was actually pretty entertaining. Anyways, that's it. They're getting 2 videos today. Or tonight, I guess. I don't know. Man, look at that. Y'all get 2 uploads in like within an hour of each other. So, season 5, episode 2. I always like to think that the best Rick and Morty episodes are the ones that take a super neat sci-fi concept and then put their own... It's not even like a twist on them. It's just like a Rick and Morty go at it, kind of like if you take... I don't know how to describe it, but this is one of those instances where they take, the concept of decoys, figuring out their decoys, but then those decoys made decoys and then just went ham with it. I totally thought they were going to do the cable, interdimensional cable for a second. I was like, oh my god. Because of course it seems like and they kind of did a twist where like, oh, this seems like it's going to be a real plot heavy, because going off the things of like Clone Beth, it's like, oh, now they're doing with the whole family, where it's going to come from that. And it totally just turned into a crazy, insane, how would the family react to this? And there's just infinite number. Of course, the fans are going to dig into this way too much. I think it's just look at it as the fun thing that it was, the Rick and Morty family just killing each other a bunch. It's not my favorite episode of all time. Definitely my favorite of the season so far, from the 2. Just the concept alone is super fun. And normally if there's a cool concept, Rick and Morty does amazing with it. It may be my second favorite, though. Nothing's beaten Total Recall from season 2. That was just a fantastic episode. But this is another one of those where I could probably just turn it right back on right now. It was fun. That was my review of it. Yeah.
I know I'm technically late to the party, but I really don't care. So this new episode of Rick and Morty, when watching it, I couldn't describe it's not like it was a bad episode or anything. I just couldn't describe why I wasn't enjoying it as much like I thought I would. And then the episode finished, and I realized that it felt unfinished. The B plot really felt tacked on. When watching the behind the episode, like the little behind the scenes 2-minute thing that they do after the episode, it really does, they really just wanted to focus on the main story, but they wanted to make it an actual story for once, rather than what I call like a Rick and Morty story. A Rick and Morty story can have drama and stuff to it. It just, it doesn't have to be all built up to one stupid punchline at the end, like, oh, love is fake. Because like they said that they didn't want to do that, but it just felt like they don't know how to write fully dramatic stories like that. And there also wasn't a lot of sci-fi elements in it, so that's just kind of out of their element. The B story really just felt tacked on. Like, we need a B story.
let's have Rick and Summer do the sci-fi stuff. What should they be doing? Something about love. Just give Rick a girlfriend and then have her not have a girlfriend. Literally, that has no. I'm not saying Rick and Morty needs a plot, but like that was pointless. So pointless. Like I'm not saying the characters need to be the exact, change every episode, but that B plot was just so dumb and really unentertaining too. Summer and Rick, I don't know. It's a personal opinion of mine, but I don't think they work really well together. I think Summer works better with the rest of the family, even Morty, but just not Rick. And this episode kind of proves that. But then the main plot was just super, super boring. Like, okay, let me digress. It wasn't super boring. I was engaged, but then I knew where it was going. When they started, like, dating, I was like, oh, she's gonna, like, go crazy, or she's gonna be, like, super crazy about... Like, I predicted it, and I never predict Rick and Morty stories. So, to be able to predict one, it's just like, oh... That sucks. Anyways, it's probably the lowest of the season. I'm not ranking these or anything, but if I were to, it'd be episode 2, episode 1, episode 3. So, yeah, this episode wasn't very good, which sucks because it's going to be the only episode I'm going to be able to see for a while because I'm going to be out of town when the next episodes come out. But until then, thanks for watching. Video over.
Both of these episodes were really solid and funny. Episode 4 more so. I think episode 4 is the most I've laughed this season. I loved how the plot just kept getting more and more out there. The feminist stuff would have been fine if it went anywhere. But I guess that was the point of the ending. Episode 5 was still kinda entertaining. The car stuff with the new kid was pretty boring. But the hell stuff was neat and funny.
So, I just watched Rick and Morty. What is it? Season 5, episode 6? I don't know, the turkey one. And something about the season, the episodes feel longer, but not a complaint, because they really do feel like they're making good use of their time. I feel like the episodes this season are, let's do a wacky concept and make it more and more and more crazy. Other seasons have had had wacky concepts and just went straight with it the whole time, but I feel like with the goal of this season is just one concept, get crazy and crazier as we go on. That's what it feels like, at least. I like the episodes where Rick and Morty are working with or are against the president. Like the Get Swifty and the one from this season where all the baby stuff, the episode 4. I really like that. I really like the president as a character. I want him to be more recurring. This one was super fun, being about America and stuff. It was it's just fun, entertaining episode to watch. I wouldn't put it at the top or anything, and I wasn't like dying of laughter like in some other episodes. But it was a solid watch. It was one that I would watch again. Yeah, it's my opinion of the episode. It's like 1:30 in the morning. Just watched episode 7. This episode was very average. I like I guess a lot of things that I don't like I guess I don't like summer, because there's a lot of summer related episodes that I really don't like. We've seen the whole Summer trying to appease Rick over and over again, and it's just the same thing over and over again. Rick doesn't care. It doesn't matter. The Go-Go-Tron, whatever how they're called, well, that was fun. It was interesting. I liked the plot they went with it, teaming up with other universes of them making a whole like business out of it. That was fun. The anime, like characters, that was dumb. I guess I don't like it when shows do that. They think that the one joke is, haha, let's do what animes do, but like, I don't know, maybe it's because I don't watch a lot of anime. I don't even watch anime. It's like, that's not what they do. So it's just kind of like not a stupid person, but like somebody who has no idea what anime is I'm going way too into detail about one stupid character. The incest baby stuff was one of those things when you think about it at first, it's like, oh, that's a funny idea, but then when you do it, it's just like, ew, it's really, really awkward. One thing that I noticed that in this season seems to be a lot more about family. There's a lot more episodes about the whole family doing something, and I like that. I really like that happening. Them all working together and stuff. I don't know. That was a very average episode, like right in the middle. I don't know where I would put it on a list of these episodes, but I think it is just your completely average Rick and Morty episode. Just boom, straight in the middle. So, yeah. Season 5, episode 8 of Rick and Morty. This is the
It's funny, this is the second week in a row where I've been I'm really looking forward to watching Rick and Morty on Sunday night. And then it gets around that time and I just forget about it. And thankfully I didn't, completely forget about this one, because this was kind of like a heavy, I don't want to say lore, but like, it was an interesting episode on both Rick and Bird Person as a character. Bird Person always came off as kind of just I feel like he was just a joke character at first, but then when they killed him off, it still felt just like, oh, we're trying to put weight to the situation when there isn't any actually there. But then they brought him back just for fan service, it felt, and then now here he is now. And there's obviously a plot line somewhere with him, going out to, he's got a daughter or something. But no, it was interesting seeing Rick interact with his younger self. Yeah, it was a memory of his younger self from someone else, which that's an interesting concept. I feel like they should have ran with that more. I really hope they do this concept again, but with the main characters. Like, how does Rick remember Morty? How does Morty remember Rick? Type of situation. It's like the same person, but different because of how the concept is super interesting. But like I said, it was fun watching Rick interact with each other, like seeing how they see each other. I think they mentioned somewhere that Beth is actually dead, that they have a dead daughter, and like the young Rick doesn't respect the old Rick for going to a family for something. So that means that now there's a new mystery of why is Rick back with the family. Like, that's always been a thing, but not really a huge thing. But now it's like, why is he there? I don't like focusing on lore that much, because I feel like that they don't want to do it a lot. But it's super interesting, and they build up this super interesting concept. Like I said, I kind of hope they use that again. This is only episode 8, I think, of 10. So we got 2 episodes left of the season. This is normally a season finale kind of an episode, so something tells me the season finale is going to have something to do with a daughter. But it's cool to see Bird Person back. This episode definitely hooked me on Bird Person. It's hard to unironically say Bird Person. It definitely hooked me on the character of Bird Person, seeing how he basically was going through the grieving stages. He's like, I died at my wedding. Like, that's all that I care about, So anyways, that was fun. Definitely looking forward to the next one. Yeah, video over, I guess. So I just watched the season finale of both episodes 9 and 10 of Rick and Morty season 4. I guess I was expecting this to be a full story, because they're waiting to release both episodes and they're promoting it as an hour-long special. That's cool. It's not. It's 2 totally separate episodes that kind of have one little link, and that is Crows. Talk about episode 9. It wasn't funny. There wasn't like a concept that was interesting. You keep thinking, oh, I'm waiting for Rick to ultimately reveal like a vat of acid episode, where it's like, oh, haha, there's one big trick and all leads to one big punchline. But that never came. I'm not really a fan. I think it may be my least favorite episode of the season. That's also just because expectations for it were high. But yeah, the Crow episode was meh. The stuff between Morty and the dude were kind of cool, I guess. I don't know. The finale, though, is what I feel like Rick and Morty fans have been just craving. Like, really, really wanting. We finally got, like, Rick's full backstory, and it's like, oh, that's cool. And it finally feels like they're leaving every mystery in the past, and now they are going on a new stuff, building off new stuff, with Evil Morty in the new location and stuff, so that's cool. This season as a whole, well, I'm not going to talk about that, but because that'll be in a bit. But yeah, the episode was interesting. The beginning was weird, because it felt like 2 totally different episodes from the beginning. The beginning felt like a continuation of the first episode. Episode 9, I mean, which it was, but it was just weird. I don't know why they set it up like this. Why not just have... It's like they wanted to do an hour-long special, but they couldn't figure out how to write more for the main plot, so they just added more to the Crow plot instead. I don't know. It was cool, though. It was cool finally seeing the backstory, finally, Like I said, it really feels like they're finally leaving all the old stuff in the past and now building new stuff. So, looking forward to it. Good episode, though. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I don't have time for this video over.
This is the part where I'm going to give basically my quick review of the whole season as a whole. So, jumping right into it, I've seen a lot of people call this one of their least favorite seasons of Rick and Morty, if not their least favorite. I don't know about that. I still think the order is 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. But I would even go as far as to say that this is the second best season below season 2. And no, I'm not. It's not because of the whole, whoa, look at how many lore reviews they had or backstory stuff. That's not why I enjoy Rick and Morty. I enjoyed Rick and Morty for the fun sci-fi plots taken with a weird twist. You know? Episode 2, I think it's Mortyplicity, is that it? Where it's all clones of themselves, and it's basically just Battle Royale, but Rick and Morty edition. They should have named it something like Battle Rick Al or something like that. Like, that was such a cool concept, and that's what Rick and Morty strives at. Not necessarily storytelling, more of take a cool concept, these characters that we're interested in, and make it cool. Even when they do spoofs of movies, like Inception or something, they take Rick and Morty and they make that concept interesting. Yeah, it's cool to have lore reveals and stuff like that in the show, to have a ongoing story, ongoing narrative. But the biggest problem with this season, and one that I found really bad in like season 4 and stuff, is that it's like they want to tell this epic story, and they started to tell that in season 2, but then everybody got really excited for it, so then they were worried they wouldn't live up to the expectations of what we wanted for this story that they were telling, so then they started making jokes about it. In the season finale, it's really annoying when they're like, they go to the Citadel, and he's like, hey, this borderline's canon, or, oh, if he turns out to be evil. It's like, yeah, it's a funny joke when you first sit down and watch it, but like in hindsight, it's like, wow, I don't know if they're just not confident in it, or if it's like the level of irony, like a middle schooler, like, hey, I like this thing, but ironically, I ironically like it. That's how it comes off to me, and I really don't like that when they do that. It seems obvious that with the finale, they're changing up what they want out of Rick and Morty. I like the episodic stuff, I really do, but I also like it when they do narrative stuff, because they're good at telling a narrative story. These characters are good for a narrative story, and they're just missing the potential. It can work both ways, and I feel like this season did do a well match of both storytelling and episodic stuff. It's not even the penultimate episode, the episode 8, where he's going through memories. That's a good concept, where he's dealing with someone else's memory of him, so it's not actually him, but it is. It's so cool, and it goes into backstory stuff. That's a perfect way to do it. I'm not saying have every episode be like that. I'm just saying don't be afraid to do this, to tell a story. If you don't want to tell a story at all, that's fine. You're doing good at doing good at normal episodic stuff. Some of the weaker stuff was like the incest baby, basically everything around that. That's kind of a new storyline that they picked up for some reason. That was weird. Some episodes were off a bit, but I feel like I just enjoyed every episode. There was never any episode that I just wasn't enjoying myself with. Some episodes were definitely funnier than others, but then some weren't. So, like I said, I'm not really ranking the seasons, but if I would have to, it'd be 3, 4, 4, maybe 5 and 1 are kind of close. I like 1 for its concepts, but I like 5 for its storytelling. Not just backstory, lore crap, but also just within the episodes. So I think this is my second favorite season. And, I'm looking forward. We still have a lot of Rick and Morty left. I think it's still 40 episodes. So I'm still looking forward to that. Yeah, good season. If I'm to rank the whole season, I probably have to say 7 out of 10, 6.5 out of 10, one of the two. I know that this was kind of like this isn't what you normally see from cartoon reviewers, I guess, but this is how I like to do things. This is fun. If you liked it, subscribe. If you're looking forward to future seasons, I will be doing episode by episodes each week, or at least each time I watch an episode, y'all can see it live, go up live that day, on my second channel, or you can watch every one of my first impressions, thoughts, whatever. That was episode by episode. I thought the season was good. Thank you guys for watching. Video over. This felt rushed.